Morning.
Okay, morning. We're off to Kangaroo Island. It's 6:22 on Monday, the
17th.
17th. 17th.
Impressive.
17th of October 2016. Ferry wharf at Cape Jervis. And there the cars are all parked, still boarding. We're already on board. Let's give you a close-up view of the white caps that we're going to be sailing across. To say for yourself, son.
Very quiet.
Really?
No, not really. I'm looking forward to a ride on this ferry that might be a little bit bumpy.
Yeah, exciting.
Both of us are excited.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah. Oh, they're bags.
They're little sick bags if you need to do one.
So unfortunately you can't feel this, but it's got a waxy line. And
there's a corridor, and then can accommodate quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we grabbed these because they've got a window seat, and it's enough for at least four people with a view out of the window. How's the jet lag going?
The what?
Jet lag.
Jet lag's good. Fresh sea air, cup of coffee, good company, beautiful view. If I'm complaining, I'm stupid because it's beautiful. It's lovely here. There's a bit of rain out there.
Yeah.
Which is
we've been fortunate. Fortunately, it's not raining here, so we can enjoy the trip.
You know what's really nice is that it's so clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't express the freshness of the air.
Yeah.
It's beautiful on here.
Yeah. There we go, Penashore coming in.
One of the largest wingspans of any igloo in the world.
So we're going to go there. We're going to go there to them.
There?
No, there.
Oh, there. Okay.
They're really good at reading all the air.
Fantastic. Any sign of seasickness?
Nah, tough as a nail.
Tough as a nail. Just one?
Just one at the moment. Maybe a pack later. It's slightly raining. We're going to go into the information kiosk and go and see exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, just slightly raining.
Yeah,
that's the info.
Wow, it is purple from this side.
Okay, so they use anything they can. They use the canopy of the trees as cover. They come in, really tight against the tops of the trees. She'll use any gaps in the trees that she can. Anything they think might.
So I'm going to pop him on backwards, and then I'm going to... Off you go. There.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
So welcome to Seal, I want to say Seal Island because that's what's in Cape Town. What is this?
Seal Bay.
Seal Bay. And you'll see that there are seals in the bay. My impressions of this place are how unspoilt it is and how well run it is. It's tremendously beautiful. And it's somewhere that, not a lot of people think about coming to because it's not hugely publicized. Australia, you think of Sydney, and you think of the Gold Coast, you think of the Barrier Reef, but this is beautiful.
On the beach here is a big old sleeping daddy seal down there.
He's not moving.
His tummy's full of salmon. We can zoom in on him.
Oh, there he goes. I like this.
Just in time for the roll over. Put them out.
There's something really appealing about these rocks, which are just turn around, Dad, and look at that rock there. Look at the striations and lines that have been carved into it by the weather. It's just incredible.
Wow.
Encased in here.
And it's
And
not
there's
out
this
of the wind.
giant tooth of rock kind of hanging over. It's very
It's
very
gorgeous.
cool. So I would imagine that the landscape here gets absolutely nailed by the wind, which is probably constant, and the sea and the spray and everything. So it's very beautiful. Okay.
So Ian and I are at the Remarkable Rocks, which is on the south coast of Kangaroo Island. And they sort of understated the Remarkable Rocks should really be called the amazing, fantastical, surprising, unusual rocks. Not just remarkable, it's not good enough. But if there's anything that they remind you of, it's of Henry Moore sculptures. It's fascinating. If you look at them, you keep looking at them and thinking, wow, you know, wow. And from that angle, they're different. Look at that thing there. So it's nature as art, not mimicking art, because humans mimic nature as art. It's just such a beautiful... When you come here, you don't know what you're in for, really. Remarkable Rocks, what does that mean?
To your right, my left, is the Admiral's Arch. And I see why it is Michael's favourite feature on Kangaroo Island. Because it is absolutely breathtaking. When you walk around the corner, behind us over here is a little boardwalk. Don't go there, it's fine. But what I'm astounded at is that you actually walk over the top of this, completely oblivious. You come around the corner after you've descended, and you walk into this picture of almost stalactites hanging from the rocks. And there's, again, this brutal weather. Hello there!
Hello, everyone.
Hello there. I'd like to be cool and wear my glasses, but they're covered in sea spray.
I'll clean them for you in a minute.
All right. Have you got a cloth?
No, I'll find one.
Okay. So we're driving back from the seashore, which
From
cliffs,
Admiral's Arch.
which were beautiful, and we are now on our way to the Discovery Centre. Is that correct?
Yeah, the Discovery Centre for the Flinders Chase National Park. So they've got all the displays and interpretive displays and things.
And apparently they sell beautiful wallets there.
Yeah, beautiful wallets which self-destruct within a month.
So it's been a good day. It's just before 2 o'clock actually. We've had such a nice morning. Dad took us on a walk which tried to find the ramp which the folks who built the lighthouse were using to get supplies up. And I think for health and safety reasons, the Australian government has shut that down. So
Yeah.
we walked along the edge, which actually in hindsight was very beautiful. You get home. There's our friend. He's got up onto the perch.
Let's have a look. Where's he now?
Let's call him Bill.
It's a beautiful bird. Bill the raven, Australian raven.
He's what you term jet black.
Yeah, he's that eye of his. Well, yeah, here comes the sun. I hope it's not on lens.
Oh, he's pretty, man. Yeah. He's good.
So we're in the Flinders Chase National Park, in their restaurant area, and this is like an eat-out area. We've just had beautiful wraps that Ian made.
You're very complimentary.
No, look,
You made beautiful wraps yesterday. You just didn't eat them.
No, I wasn't eating
I
yesterday.
had 4 yesterday.
Well, as Bev always says, you know, hunger is the best condiment.
It's true.
But besides that, they were very nice. They were exotically tasty. With one set had hot English mustard, which every now and then went up your nostrils like red hot wire.
It's cheeky though, because it kind of creeps up and
Whoa.
you're not expecting it, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
And in there was also a sweet capsicum and lettuce and things like that. So you had this kind of yin and yang of pain and pleasure. It's very nice. So the time it's 2:28. Do you remember the date? I can never remember the date. 17th October 2016. And we're about, after we finished lunch, we're having a nice coffee. And then we're off to the Kelly Hill Caves to go and see some underground stalactites and stalagmites. That might be nice, eh?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And then we are going to have the last coffee for me of the day. We're going to sit, I hear the rain or the wind coming again.
Yeah, it's when.
There's just a huge forest over here and the trees are blowing around. So,
Give me the camera and I'll turn around
And
and
you-
so you can narrate. And we flick around now.
nothing like a gentle flick around. So, it's been amazing because yesterday was the day we came over from Adelaide. We had to get up at 5:30 in the morning, get the car packed or the truck packed, drive down the peninsula to Cape Jarvis, and queue up then the drive on to get our tickets, drive onto the ferry, and then we did the ferry trip across, and then, oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I'm
Is
listening.
it going to work? Yeah. Do the ferry trip across, and then we went yesterday. We went to the Raptor Domain where we saw hawks and things and birds. Seal Bay, we saw some amazing things at Seal Bay, and then we came through to the. Did we come straight to the Wilderness Resort?
Yeah.
Booked in at our room. We've got a really comfortable place.
So nice.
Ensuite bathroom, kitchen, lounge, and a bedroom. Ian sleeping on the double bunk on the top.
On the top.
We both slept. We were pretty tired last night.
And you know, the funny thing is that you end up, because we haven't seen each other for so long. We talk every week, but you end up lying in the bed, and there's just one last thought before you go to bed, and that leads to another story, and eventually Dad goes, right, I'm going to bed now. Yeah.
Once we were we had a nice little unusual breakfast, and we've been all over. We've come to the National Park today, and we've gone to see the remarkable rocks and Admiral's Arch and the Cape Fur Seals, the New Zealand
Fur Seals.
It's been nice actually, and the weather. It's supposed to be bucketing down last night. It's supposed to be bucketing down.
Do you know what? It can bucket down during the night. I'm quite happy if it buckets down during the night, because the rain on the roof and sleeping, and it's a fantastic thing. By 10 o'clock, if it stops,
Yeah.
that's all. Sure.
This way.
Inside the caves, they're showing the candle moving. Oh, there you go.
Let's have a
There's
look.
a bit of air movement
There,
there,
you
right?
see it there, that breeze that's
Yeah.
going.
Oh,
Pulling
so
outside at the moment back towards that entrance.
Okay, that's very clever.
When you're trying to work out which hole the air's going in and out from, you get pretty good at working out how to track it like that.
That's very clever. Wow, it's a spectacular room.
it's just so. I love the scale of this place.
Do you know what's most fascinating for me is the sound.
Yeah.
The beautiful sound in here.
Yep.
The sound.
You are being filmed in a video.
That's perfect.
Keep going.
You keep going, and I'll just.
I see. If I tumble down, just rescue the camera, will you?
It'll be great footage. Wonderful.
There we go. And the world.
Thank you very much, mate.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When you're ready,
I'm ready.
I'm rolling.
So just to contextualize, we've met Mary and Nick. Nick's back on the tractor. Is he ploughing or cutting?
He's
for us?
slashing.
Slashing. And Mary's very kindly invited us onto their property to come and show us some of the re-veg and some of the beautiful sights. And we've ended up filming with this backdrop, which, Dad, if you go over my right shoulder, you'll see is just absolutely beautiful. It is so picturesque here, and of course, Dad is talking about plants. That's his passion, and birds, and it's a place where it'll make your heart happy, Mary. Make you very happy to be here. I would imagine coming from the city and coming back here.
100%
Yeah.
Of course, we can't cut Mary out of the picture. She does belong to Actors Equity, so she could be recompensed for it. So we'll just go around the tree. This is a beautiful gum tree here.
Yeah, there you go. Mary,
she
thank
is.
you for having
Thanks,
us
Mary.
on the grand tour.
Oh, it gladdens my heart
Yeah,
to share.
very, very
Fantastic.
beautiful. We're very grateful.
Thank you.
So welcome to Kangaroo Island Seaside Inn, which is a quaint little motel, I guess. It is a hotel, could be a motel.
More of a motel, I'd say.
Yeah. Looking onto a bay. So flick around to your right, Dad, quickly, and show everybody what I'm talking about. It's very beautiful. It really is very beautiful. We drove after we saw Mary and Mike. We drove to Kingscote, which is where we are now, and we got a bit lost, but we got here eventually. And have just had a whopping big salad. Thank you, Michael John Cocken, for a whopping salad. And we are just sitting outside, letting the stuff ruminate what we just ate, and now we're chilling. In a few hours, what time? About 6ish?
5 is the pelican.
5 o'clock. So in about 45 minutes, we're going to go and see the pelicans, and then we're going to go and have dinner with Philippa, and I think maybe an early-ish night, because it's been a pretty long travel day.
Yeah.
So, but do we look stressed?
Yeah. I wonder what it would have been like having a room up higher there.
Well, you would have seen more blue, but
Yeah, I
you wouldn't have been
suppose
able
so.
to sit outside.
That's very true. Gee, has a blowfly or no tear on my hand.
So we'll see you later.
Bye.
Female pelican does not mate for life, but is generally regarded as being fairly sporting. Probably a good thing, I would suggest. Now, I feed these birds every day of the year, and what to do it, I buy fish at the local fish processor and run freezers when the fishermen can't get out. The whole exercise is very expensive, totally funded out of my pocket, and I go right through the winter when no one turns up, so you can see it today. I want to help recover some of the $40,000 a year it costs to do. We have a fee of $3 per child and $5 per adult at the end of the feeding. To walk off without leaving it is regarded as being extremely mean, miserable and shabby. That's being irritable, which is not good. Now we will begin by trying to feed some seagulls. If they are hungry and is looking promising, they should take the fish from my hand. Before we start today, we have a snapper that was kindly donated. Now, that's the frame of the snapper. Now, the thing that's unusual about snapper, but not peculiar to them, all snapper are hatched from the eggs as females. And there'll only be one male in each school of snapper. But when that male dies, the dominant female will change sex and become a male. But the really tragic thing about that is, the very instant she becomes a male, she realises how incredibly difficult it is to be a bloke. I'll try and change that.
Okay.
It's cold.
You right? You're still cold.
So we have we've just been sitting outside. In fact, I'm going to flip the camera around, Dad. I want to show everybody what you look like, because you are dressed in everything that's warm.
Chewing some biltong.
That's okay. We've been sitting outside recording on that little machine. It's not about the machine, it's about the recording, but this has been on the table. And Dad and I have been discussing his life. And I've tried to keep as quiet as possible to hear everything that he has to say about his amazing life, which has spanned from his birth right up to, we're about at 2012. And I was saying, we came inside for some coffee, we closed the curtains, it's chilly. And I said, I always try and have very few expectations when it comes to anything new. I like to experience it in the moment and I like to plan, but I also like to have a moment of, oh, that's cool, never knew that, oh, learnt about that, learnt about this, learnt about that. And I was just saying that tomorrow when we go to the block, I have got anticipation, because I've followed the story of how the caravan has got down there, the new caravan, the 3-berth caravan, and the new gum pole platform, etc. So we've kind of talked about that a lot. But Kangaroo Island I hadn't spoken about, and I hadn't really talked about and thought about. Highlights of Kangaroo Island, I think, because it was so brutal, was walking down the walkway down to Admiral's Arch, and the lashing of the sea, and that freezing, biting wind, and the sea spray, and the smell of everything there, and that wind that was absolutely gusting into our faces, for me was probably the highlight. I absolutely loved that, because it was raw Kangaroo Island, as you would have probably experienced it, 100 years ago when they built the lighthouse. That for me was why I love it so much. And then my second highlight, absolute highlight, was this evening we walked on the beach, and there was a sunset, and the contrast between that roaring wind at the beach where Admiral's, the cliffs where Admiral's Arch is, and the remarkable rocks, and this little beach in a bay where the water's very Mediterranean and kind of lapping up onto the sand. It's so different. So I'll leave Kangaroo Island tomorrow with a very fond memory of two very different places, and quite honestly, a beautiful place. So thanks, Dad.
My pleasure. Good. Okay.